Okay, I got a request from Andy on the left here. He wanted to compare himself with this thrower on the right, who's throwing quite a bit farther. He thinks he's about the same size, so let's take a look. Here we are, similar positions here. Let's take a look as the windup goes to the left. You can see the thrower on the right extends his left leg. Discus comes out pretty level with the shoulders. You can see Andy, your left leg is not coming up totally straight here. You can see he's got his right foot turned to the right more. His right, I should say. All right, so let's go continue on. As he comes back to the middle here. Right about here. Okay. You can see the thrower on the right's got his head directly between his feet, so he's well balanced. Your Andy on the left here is leaning over to the left side a little bit, so you want to keep everything balanced right down the middle there. Let's continue on this way to the full windup. Now this is just a mirror image of the thrower on the right. His foot's turned all the way to the 3 o'clock position. He's got his right leg extended fully. Discus is about shoulder height. Let's take a look at Andy here. Right here. Okay, very similar, except the left arm is quite a bit higher. You probably want to bring this left arm more horizontal here. You got the foot turned in, and the right leg is extended. It looks like the hip is locked in. The discus is pulled back about the same for both of you. All right, let's continue on. Let's go to this position right here, where the left arm and the left knee are both at 9, right about here. Okay, then we got the thrower on the right to the same position. Okay, well, thrower on the right's got his shoulders tilted quite a bit. I try to avoid that, try to have him horizontal with the left arm horizontal. His right foot's just starting to come off. He's got his armpit right here, right over the knee, right over the foot. Andy here on the left, he's a lot more flexible. His discus is way back here still. He's got the armpit over the foot. The knee is pushed in. This is kind of like you see Valerie Ullman do. She sets up her axis a little bit straight down the center of the circle. Foot's still on the ground. The knee hasn't turned yet. You see the eyes are looking down. You don't want to do that. You want to have your eyes looking out to the pretty much horizontally out this way. Your shoulders are tilted a little bit. Again, I prefer to have them totally straight, and left arm not bent but straight also. Okay, let's move to the position where the left knee is facing throwing direction, right about there. Get the right leg in about the same spot for both of them. Andy keeps the left arm pretty much with the left leg, the left knee right there. The thrower on the right, it's about the same. At this point, he really accelerates. You can see the left arm has come past the knee here, now that the knee's facing 6. So he's got both his arms back pretty far. I'm going to move Andy up one more slide to get the right foot about the same spot. Okay, so you got this arm way up high here. That's going to make you a lot more rotational. And your eyes are still facing down. Okay, I would recommend keeping the shoulders level, keep the head up, your eyes looking out, and keep this arm in line with the shoulders. Okay, the discus, let's see if the discus stays behind your shoulder. Yeah, it's behind your shoulder, you're fine. It's just the thrower on the right's got that thing way back behind him. Oh, he's got his... Did he turn his wrist? Oh, he did. All right, I really watch for this. This is one of my pet peeves here. He's leading with the palm, which makes it, the only thing you're really hanging on to is with your fingertips. And to do that, usually the wrist has to be bent to kind of hold the rim against your wrist while your fingertips are here, but... his arm looks pretty straight, and the wrist looks pretty straight, but he's leaning with the palm. I don't know, watch this a little bit further. I don't see how people can do that and carry it like that without it, slowing you down. It seems to me also that I don't know if you get the same amount of stretch that way too, rather than leading with the discus in front, with the palm forward. Anyway, let's go to where the left foot comes off the ground, right here. For the thrower on the right. Okay, just about right there. Okay, the thrower on the right's really got a far lean in here. To the left, he's bringing the discus. Let's go back a little bit. Yeah, the discus is coming up. He's got his left arm way back here to 2 o'clock, and that's all fine. His knee is still driving that way. His left foot is vertical. Let's see if Andy's left foot gets vertical. Not quite. But the knee is down. That's good. He's a little more balanced, where he's got his head a little more vertical. Andy seems to bring his right leg not only out to the front, but toward the throwing direction more. Where then here on the right, you can see his knee kind of comes, rotates inward right here. So, and the foot is below the knee. It's not going out toward the throwing direction. He's right here. It's gone from long to short. You can see he turns it in right there. Looks like Andy's leg is going way out past his body. Let's take a look here. So it's long, and right here you want to start shortening it by bending at the knee, letting the foot come below the knee like this, rather than having the long. The radius is good, but at this point you want to start accelerating the lower body, so you want to get that knee leading and the foot below it. Let's see when he lands. Well, you can see he lands on a bent knee, and it's bent right there, and he's on top of it, so I can't tell from this direction, but okay. Let's see if he keeps moving it. Yeah, see the right foot stops right there for 2 frames. Right foot lands, turns, and kind of faces 12 o'clock, and the rest of the body turns. Okay, but then it starts moving again. Okay, so let's get the thrower on the right in position. The right foot's down. When the right foot's down, let's see where the left foot is. Yeah, it's about 9 o'clock. Let's take a look at Andy here. Right foot down. Yeah, foot's about 9 o'clock. His knees seem to be like in this location right here, like they would hit each other. There's no separation between them. Let's see what happens as he goes further. I'm assuming his body's going to rotate around, and it gets out of the. Yeah, there you go. Very tight. Very fast. Andy has a much more, seems linear drive right into the circle. Okay. Let's watch the left arm action. Kind of stops it right there and then pulls it back as the right foot lands. It's just a little high, but same thing I see Sandor Perkovic do. Okay, now let's put both these guys in the same position with the hips toward the camera, 12 o'clock, right about here. See what kind of separation they have. Let's watch thrower on the right. Knees. Okay. And his hips are facing the camera right here. Okay, so we want to see right foot's facing the camera, hips are facing the camera, left shoulder should be facing the camera. He's just open a little bit. That's pretty good. You can see over here, Andy's got his left shoulder facing the camera. That's very good. See the left elbow's down. So the angle, looks like he's angled here. The discus is quite a bit higher, the thrower on the right. You can see it right here. And in Andy, it's below, like right up, you can see it right here. I move back a little bit so you can see where it came in. It's right there. Okay. So a thrower on the right's got a much higher orbit right there. But he's still got that hand. I mean, it's backwards, but the leading with the palm. But obviously it's working for him. But you won't see any Olympians do that. They're all carrying it palm forward. Okay, now let's watch the thrower on the right here. Let's see when he lands if his foot keeps turning. Contact, keeps rotating. It stops right here. Just for about the same 2 frames that Andy's did right here. Right there, it stopped. There, stopped again. Now the knee's driving forward. Left foot's down. Toes are down. Left foot. Left heel's down now. Yeah, usually at this position, yeah, I like to see the right foot turn all the way to 9 o'clock with the heel facing 3 and the discus out here at 3. His right foot seems to be a little bit slower. He's balanced here. Head's right over the foot. The knee's right over the toes, so that looks good. I'll look into the finish here. Yeah, he's got a slight lean to the right. That's good for the flight of the discus. I'm trying to see if his doesn't really kick his right heel out. It does right there. Okay, so now he's got the knee in, heel's kicked out, so the right hip is rotated forward. The discus is still in his hand. He's off the ground though. That's fine. And there's the release, right down the left sector line, or right sector line, looks like. So he's got the bent elbow coming through here. Very fast, short left arm, block. Discus is still behind the shoulder. Release right there. He's got a straight arm here. Let's see if he brings it in. And there you go. See the acceleration of the arm. Past the shoulders, past the chest. Let me see again where he lands on this right foot. Is there pretty much the middle? It's a little bit past the middle, isn't it? Let's see if he, the very beginning. So he's lined up a little bit more this way. There's the center of the circle right there. He's lined up a little bit more to his left. And the foot lands off to the other side. I'd prefer to land it, not that far over to the left. I think maybe that's causing him to fall off to the left a little bit when he releases. See his foot almost close to fouling out there. He jumps back over to the center and gets himself in. Good save. All right, let's take a look at Andy here now. I want to see the right foot down. Rotation. He's got the bent left arm wrapped back. He's rotating that left leg and planted. See, yeah, now he's got the heel facing 3. Discus is behind the heel at 3. That's good. And the toe is facing 9. That's what I usually look for. His head is looks like it's a little bit over the right foot a little bit more, but let's see what happens here. I want to see how that right. Yeah, right as the you can see the knee is outside the foot. We've pointed this out a couple times. You want that knee on top of the foot or inward of the foot. Let's take a look so you can see the thrower on the right, how he looks in that position. Okay, so here he is landing. He's got the knee out over the toes. Let's take a look at Andy in that position. Right, you can't see it too well, but there it is right there. See the knee over the toes. And as he rotates, we can see that knee is right over the foot. So he can keep his weight flat on the toes or maybe on the big toe. So we can push that knee inward. See how it drives inward? His foot's still there, but the knee's driving inward. Now let's see what happens over here with Andy. Yeah, right here you can see the knee is kind of outside the foot. So the foot's going to turn. And the knee is still outside the foot. It just makes it a faster turn, and that way you drive the knee into the center a little bit faster. Okay, let's look at Andy's release here. Right foot's off the ground. Discus is still in the hand. Got a slight lean to the right. Arm is straight there. Arm is straight there. So yeah, why not try to accelerate this arm faster than the shoulders? And I'm looking for this right heel to kick out to the right, which it does there. The knee kicks in, so the right hip is now forward. But I think that might be a little late. Yeah, because we want that to occur before the discus leaves the hand. So he wants to be in that position before the discus leaves. Let's take a look at thrower on the right in that same position, see what happens. Okay, you can see the knee is driven in, so that you can see the right hip is ahead, but the discus is still in his hand. So now he's getting that longer pull with the and more powerful hip action before the discus is released. You can see here, yeah, the heel's out a little bit. The knee is definitely in this way. The hip is way over this way, past the left, right hip's past the left hip, and the discus is still in his hand. So that's probably going to make the biggest difference for you, Andy, is keep rotating, keep driving that right hip around while the discus is still in your hand. Yeah. I see it, the left knee bend right here. Yeah. Let's take a look on the left side here. This thrower. So you got the plant, you got the block, you drive the left leg extension, which drives this left hip backwards, accelerating the right. Yeah, you see you still got a straight right leg, or left leg. So drive that up, keep rotating around. It's still bent, so that's good. Both throw, I mean, they're throwing the right knee is really bent. Because once this leg extends, then of course you're going to stop rotating it. So, yeah, the leg is still bent here on the right. It's just a little bit late in rotating to getting that hip forward. So really think about driving that hip forward before the discus gets out of your hand. So, yeah, keep driving that knee in. All right. All right. Well, there's your comparison. Look forward to the next video. Thanks.